Hi, welcome back to another ARCHICAD speed modeling tutorial by ASM TechBase. My name is Carsten MD. Before we jump into, I'd like to show you quickly my website update. I've got now under the tutorial menu a nice categorized section here. So you can go tutorials, you click on there and you can then see all the categories. Down here you see shell tool related, facade related, and if you click on, as example, let's click on roof related, it will then go into the next page, and here you can see all my tutorials which are roof related. And if you pick any of those now, it has a small description. Let's just pick this one as example, then you go straight to the YouTube video and you can watch it. So bookmark this website for a future reference guide, and if you like, join the ASM TechBase email list for newsletters and future updates. In this tutorial I'll show you how to create this nice wave building which goes both sides. So you can see the waves going left to right, but they also go inside, outside, inside, outside. So it is a pretty cool effect. So how do we do this? Let's get started then. Okay, this is the setup I have here. I've wanted to create this wave building. That's my example. I've got a square slab and it's going through 3D. You can see I've got some pavement around, just simple street, just to give me some surroundings, which I put on a layer down here. So it's just so it doesn't interfere when I select stuff when I do the tutorial. Okay, if I go to my first section or elevation, that's the setup here too. So I've got a ground. I've put in a couple levels, but at the very top I've got a roof level of 90. So if you go in here, that's my setup. See? 3 meters, 3 meters, and from level 2 I just put 84 in, so I don't have to create all the levels in between for this tutorial. Great, so to get a consistent wave, the first bit we take a polyline, we just draw this somewhere here for now, all the way down. So this is obviously 90 meters, and I like to divide this by 10, so we get 10 waves. So what we do is we just draw another line, and you draw this up, move it up here, and let's just multiply this down. Increment copies we need 10, or we can spread it by, because it's, I know it's 90 meters, it's 9, you know, every 9. There you go. Okay, and now because I need to add a point here, you know, like an insert point to my polygon line. And I like to do that every 9 meters, as you can see, if we divide this by 10. Okay, so you got this now, and the next bit is just get rid of those. I don't need them, they will be annoying otherwise. So take another line and we draw it. And the first bit is you take this and let's just start to do our wave here. So we go a bit in here and we go out here. Okay, so this is, again, I'm just sort of sketching it, because what I want to do is, if I'm happy with this, you take that and you draw this till it intersects here. There you go. So now if I go here, see in the middle, I can click and I can hold my shift key and I go exactly there. So I know this is exactly on the same line as this one. So let's do this the same over the other side. So I select a copy. There you go. And you go in the middle, click, and you move it there. Okay, gotta wait till you get the middle, move it there. It's very easy, but this way we get a very consistent wave all the way down from the top of the roof. Okay, a couple more, and then we're done with this. Great, again, for now I don't really want this, I just get rid of it. As you can see, that's quite nice, consistent wave. Next, we actually have to now offset this polyline to give the thickness of our frame. So you click here, gotta make sure you're in polyline, and we use the offset and just space click, and let's make this 200. All right, cool. Now make sure you gotta go down here to connect this. So select and use this one to move down. Okay, do the same one at the top. Yeah, it's a bit longer, so you just move it back here. Great. Now stay zoomed in because I want to fill this with a fill, and that doesn't matter, it just needs to be a fill. So space click, and we got this. Great, this is good. So take this now, we actually just take the fill and we copy and we do a profile. It's a new profile, and I call this a wave facade 01. Okay, let's do it underscore. Great. Here we just paste this in, and I like to obviously take this, let's take this corner, and I like to put this on the, move this to the origin. There we go. Great. Select this one, and you got to make sure you give it the correct material. So in this case, let's have a look what we got. Let's take this one, like nice and black, and I only really need this as a wall. So just save this. Okay, so we got the first wave facade part, which is the frame. Continue to the next one. We do the glass. So let's duplicate, and let's, you know, to maybe I know what it is. Let's move the glass. Okay, that's glass. So let's zoom in. It's still selected, and let's make this glass 1. Great. Now obviously I like to have this a little bit thinner, so just select the fill and we reduce the glass a bit. Again, it's just a tutorial, so I just roughly move it there, and I like to extend it to there. Alright, same at the top, which is a bit harder because I can't now just move it up. Okay, see, not a problem. Let's just save this for now, and we go to this one, we copy, you go back to the other one, and you paste this in. See, there you go. And we take this and we move that up to there and delete this. Perfect. Great, let's save. So we have our glass and we do have our frame. Great, let's get back to our ground floor. So if I draw this now as a wall, we take this from here and we go frame first. This one here, you can just do the same material which I had there, and I move this onto window frame. Okay, so if I draw now, obviously just here for fun, my first wave, let's see what happens. Okay, so this is our first wave, and there you go, which is a window frame. Good, but obviously we have to also do a wave the other way. So what I mean with this, let's just extend this a bit. Let's extend this there. As you can see, it's waving at the moment this way, but if you look closely to our example, the waves, they go this way, left, right, up. You can clearly see it, but they also go inside, outside, inside. So they go both ways. So how do we do this in ARCHICAD? I show you. I'll have to create another profile. So let's get in here glass, and no, let's get back to our facade and we duplicate this and we call this facade 01, and this will be called cutting element, or let's just call it cut, just so I know what it is. Great. Now this element, what it does is it will help us to do those waves both ways. Great, so let's get a line, and what I like to do is, you will see in a moment, all I need to do is I have to create an element that I can use to cut. So I do it both ways, and you go this way, down, and again. Great. So we take this, and I'll leave it there for now. I take the fill, and let's do another fill, just so this one maybe. You know I'm doing tutorials, so I'm not really caring what is what. So space click here and space click here, and now you take this and you delete. Alright, so this is our first. I know it's a bit big, maybe it's a bit too big, let's make it a bit smaller. Now material for this is doesn't matter, but let's just do something, and we just paint red gloss. That will do. Save. Okay, so this is our first cutting element. Now I need another cutting element, and that element is for our glass. And the glass width I like to do, let's make it 1500. So we duplicate this again, cut glass. Alright, great. So I want to do the cut 1500. So what we do is we select here, and let's just drag this, and I hit X 1500 plus. So the gap in between here, if I hit M, should be 1500. Yep, that is correct. Again, we can just save this. Don't worry about material because we use this as a cutting element. So let's get back to our frame. So we got the frame. Let's make a copy of it, and we change this one to our glass, and we had glass 1. All right, 3D. Let's see what we got. Yeah, so you got the frame and you got the glass. So now we use our cutting elements. Getting exciting now. So we take the wall here, and we use the first cut, which is the frame, and material I had, don't think it matters, but let's just say for the purpose of the tutorial, and this goes on a cutting element layer. So if you draw this now, let's say it this way, I'll show you what happens. Right, so this is our, as you can see, that's just a cutting element. So if you take this now and you move this in there, and in 3D, there we go. And actually, you know what? I've done this before. We really should do the cutting element as a wireframe. So it's in working here at the moment. So just click this, update, and for the export it's off anyway. So now the cutting element shows in wireframe. It's much more handy. So what we do is now we get our SEO up, and we say, great, we take the target element, which is our frame, cutting element, which is our operator, and we subtract and use own attributes. Yes, execute. There you go. So if I now go from my working to my export, as you can see, I've got my first wave here. Watch this. So the wave clearly goes, if I look front down, it clearly waves this way, and if I move slowly this way, watch what happens. That's right, it waves this way too. Perfect. Great, so take this one and we duplicate, go there, and we change this obviously to our cut glass element. There you go. And let's do the 3D view again. Okay, so you can see already what happens here. So if I do the same thing, my glass will be 1500 wide. So let's do this. We select the glass as a target. We take our operator, subtract, execute. Perfect. There you go. Export, and let's have a look. Yes, this is looking pretty good. Now, we cannot use this as a wall because if you had tutorials before and you know what happens if I move it out of my cutting element visible area, let's call it that. So what happens? So if I take this and I just drag it outside of this cutting element, even so you can see it's still cut here, what happens is the following: it does not cut it. See, it's back to normal. So in this case, if we want to produce this building, let's move this back. I have to take this and take this. I have no other choice but to select, right click, and we have to convert them to a morph. There you go. So now obviously if I now export and I can move this over here, deselect, and then now it doesn't matter because it's a morph element. It's not connected anymore to my cutting element. So let's drag this down to my window frame, hold down shift. See, that's a little bit of a drawback. You can see already that morph elements are a bit slow to display. Now I like to go, as you can see, in the middle of this frame. So let's just have a quick look, select both of them, zoom in a bit. Yeah, so it's just roughly, so I got on both sides. Actually, see, I gotta move a little bit more that way. So it's a bit of a trial and error, this one, because it's hard to see. Let's just drag this a little bit more this way. And we select again. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, that's nicely connected now. Look, now you gotta be careful. The glass is going at the moment all the way through the frame, and I don't want this. So take this glass and you drag it from here. There we go. And because now it's 200 we have, so x 200. So that should be exactly correct. Yeah, that's good. Great. Let's just group those ones. Okay. Shortcut is Ctrl G on a PC. Yeah, so that's grouped. Let's try and move this over here for now. Great. And we have a look at our elevation. Don't need this anymore, get rid of it. Okay, so that's this one here. A1, looking straight at it. And A2 is from the other side, which is that way. Great. Now, actually, you know what? I almost forgot. I want to add some mullions horizontal. So let's do this next. For this one, we go into our wave facade and we duplicate this and we call this mullions. There we go. And edit. Great. So, as you remember, I've got storage settings. I'll show you again. So I've got every 3 meters, I've got a level. So for this purpose, let's just put a mullion obviously at 3 meters, and let's put one halfway down. Okay, so let's draw guideline down here. and we just extend this over here. And the mullion, let's make the mullion 200, so y 200 plus. Okay, great. And what we do is you now spread this up here by 1500 and we just go up. Okay, I'm missing out slightly here, but you know what we can do is, again, you have a look how many we have here. I show you. So it's still selected, so you go in here and you got 120, so obviously divided by 2 it's 60. So what we could do is, let's give that a go. Cancel, we undo this and we go and we do distribute and we put in 60. All right, let's go here and okay, this looks a bit funny to be honest, but let's have, oh, no, I have to go obviously here down and don't pick a path. All right, so 60 distribute and we just click here all the way up. Now you obviously, the last mullion, we can exactly go there. Watch this. There. So now let's see how far off we are from 1500. We might be a little bit off, but let's have a look. So yeah, it's a little bit longer. Oh, actually, no, it's not bad. It's only 3 millimeter. Whew, take that. Okay, so next bit is a little bit more fiddly, because what you have to do is you gotta, unfortunately now, split these one by one. Like you select the fill and you just go here and you split it down. Okay, so when you do the same one we done here, we just split up this way. So now you delete this, and as you can see, you have to just go through them quickly and do this again. The best way, if you actually go upwards first, there you go, and you split that way, because you can then just delete it. So I do this quickly for you. So almost there. 2 more, last one. Great. Well, you know what, better save this before I lose it. Okay, so that's cool. I think the material should be the same. Let's have a quick look. Deselect this. We only have the fill. Yeah, that's all good. Saved. Great. Let's get out of here. Okay, now obviously next one is we have now to do this again with the wall. Let's draw another wall. As these are the same steps as before, I can speed this up. Ah, spot on. That looks pretty cool, I have to say that. Yes. Okay, great. So let's group all this. Group. Now, if you copy, I don't need this at the moment. Now, if you copy this along here with the morph, it can get very slow. I'll show you quickly. Let's just drag a couple and I'll show you what happened. And I give you another tip. Let's just spread it by 1700, because we got 200 mullion thickness. Click, and if you click here now, what should happen? Ooh, this is much faster today. Gave this a go yesterday and that took much longer, but hey, I'll take that. As you can see, the redraw obviously is quite slow. So let's have a look at elevation A1. Yeah, that's pretty good. Can't really complain, you know, because at the end of the day, there's quite a lot of information there. Let's have a look in 3D. Whoops. Come on. There you go. That looks good. You know, so we got that way. Very nice. Okay, so obviously we have to go all the way here. So let's just do some more. And I'll show you what I've done otherwise. You can go to the elevation and it seems to go a bit faster, but suspend groups. So again, we do this here. Yeah, see, it seems faster. Anyway, it was okay actually on the ground floor before, so it's not too bad. Let's have a look where we are. Yeah, it's struggling now a little bit, but that's okay. That's the way it is. Okay, so I like to delete a couple. Let's have a quick look. Actually, let's just hit M and just a rough guide. So we got roughly 54. Yeah, that will do. So I like to get rid of 2 of them at least. Let's do another one. I just want to fit it into my floor plan in here. Great. So the next bit is that we obviously have to go from, at the moment, horizontal. We want to go have a vertical facade tool. So all you have to do is take this, deselect, and let's just zoom in a bit. Actually, no, let's try that quickly. What I might do is they're all selected. Let's try to view them differently. Let's go floor plan, display, cut only. Let's see if that's any faster. Yeah, a little bit. All right, so what we do is now we drag a copy all the way over here. There we go. If you zoom in, it's faster anyway. It doesn't have to redraw anything outside my screen here. So there you go. So we rotate now this way. Great. Let's see what we have for now. Okay. We got this for now. As you can see, obviously that's not gonna fit at the moment. Okay, so what you have to do is we select this, so we select, deselect, and you rotate by 180. So you go all the way up here, you turn it around. Okay, let's have a look in 3D now. As you can see, they will fit exactly together. Let's have a look in A2. Watch this. Yeah, can you see? That'll be a perfect fit. All right, let's do this. Select, deselect. Okay, now to do this, actually I probably will have to do this in the elevation. So let's group everything. Okay, so that should be grouped now. Let's have a quick look. And let's hope I can move this from here to there. So pick this, drag all the way. Alright, I'll have to delete one of the mullions in a moment. Now obviously, as you can see, the floor plan won't fit, so if you have if you do 2D drawing, you have to come up with a solution for this. As you know, I'm a 3D modeler, so there's a couple of things that maybe don't fit sometimes in 2D, so you have to come up with this. Obviously here I would think you can move back, but let's just have a quick look where we are. So we're probably not quite there. Alright. And as you can see, I have to mirror too. I forgot about that. Don't worry, this will fit. This will fit. I had a test before this tutorial. This will fit. It better fit after I've done all this work, man. All right. So select. Oh, I had them. Oh, hang on. I had them grouped. I can just click here, can't I? All right, let's mirror this. Move, mirror. And we go from here all the way up there. You know what, it makes more sense too now, watch this. Yeah, now they fit. Nice. Okay, so I should be able to move this from here to there, and it should fit. Oh, even in 2D it looks good now. Oh, exciting. What do you reckon? I think this is quite exciting actually. Look at that. That's very cool. So we have a wave going this way, and we have a wave going up. It's wavy everywhere. That is really cool. Okay, now I like to show you how you do a couple of the floors, because if I do a floor in here now, obviously they will stick out. So how do you do this? I'll show you. Okay, so let's get back here, and we just take one of the floors and we copy one up. Yeah, a little bit slow at the moment, that's okay. All right, copy, let's go up the floor and we paste. Great, and what I do is now we just haven't really got the floor setting. Let's just see up to level 2. It probably still shows a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, never mind. Alright, so I can actually go back then and do infinite. Alright, as you can see now, you have to move and make sure that this is, actually let's see where this is, because it should be at 3. No, that's cool, that's cool. So just zoom in a bit and you move this, there you go, and you move this all the way to there. So that should look alright. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, great. From this tutorial, let's just move this up a little bit. Cheating a bit, let's move this up 200. Yes, and we do this 200. Like I said, you have to work it out yourself sometimes. I'm just doing a tutorial here. Okay, so that looks good. And if I go now over here, I do the same here. There we go. And you just click and you move. Sometimes you have to do it again because I couldn't really see where it stops. So let's just go up a bit further back and then you just move it to there. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. I want to show you this because it's important before I finish off the facade that we have this in place. Okay, because then we gotta go up and we can create some floors. So we continue with the other facade, but before we do that, actually, I think it's nice if we should make this a bit more rectangular. So let's just unsuspend groups and we just delete a couple here. Okay, great. So let's start with the other side of the facade. So I take this facade here, make sure now you unsuspend the groups so they're all connected. We select and let's just mirror a copy over. Okay, so we go mirror a copy and we go over here. Great, let's zoom in a bit and let's see how that looks, because I might have to mirror again or rotate. There you go, so it doesn't quite fit. All right, so we have to now think if we mirror this, it should fit. So let's select this, still connected, and we mirror this way. Well, you know what, let's get rid of that one. There we go. So we mirror. Okay, another one. Let's see how that looks. Okay, you can see that should fit perfectly. So what we do is we zoom in here, you select, and you say drag, and let's just drag this all the way to there. Let's have a quick look. Beautiful. Okay, and let's do the other facade quickly. You know what to do now, so speed this up a bit. Okay, it's almost done. Let's suspend groups, and you can see I need to copy one of those ones here. This one here, let's just drag a copy and shift, and you drag it to there. All right, let's have a look in 3D. That should be just nice now. Everything looks good. So now, how do we do the rest of the slabs? Because we can also, because remember we had this wave going up at 1500. So at the moment we got a slab every 3 meters. So what you can do is, let's turn everything back on, export. And for now, I just duplicate a couple. So where's my section? Just take the section. Section elevation, whatever it is. Go here and make sure we make it small. There we go, A1. It doesn't take as long. Great, so as you can see, we obviously have one here sticking out, but that's fine. What I wanted to do is, let's put this one, actually elevate this one by Y1500 plus. Okay, let's just start. The first level is 4.5, and then we go up 3 meters. So what you do is add a couple at 3 meter interval. So let's just spread them, and we do 3 meters. Not sure if that works actually, but let's just see. No, that's all good. Now, what I told you before, because we got the nice every 3 meters going up, so we only have to do all the way to there. And then we can copy them up again. So what I mean with this is, see this wave goes in here, it goes out, and it comes back in here. So even this one here, I don't need at the moment. I only have to do those ones here and here around, and then I can just copy the lot up. So how to do this? Obviously we have to go and use our marquee tool, because that will be much faster. So just take the marquee tool, we select just the corner here, that will do. There you go, and you zoom in and go to your slab tool, slab, and you say select all. They're all selected, perfect, and we just start dragging them back now. Okay, you go in here. There you go. Because they're all selected, they're all together came in. Now obviously some of them are too far in, but that's cool. So now obviously we have to just quickly select them one by one, and we then move that one out a bit. Oops. There we go. So you move it there. Okay, so that's quite easy. I do that quickly for you. That's looking pretty good now. And now if you go now to our section, you can see they're in there now. So now instead of going through the lot again and again all the way up, I can just copy them up now. And I need to copy them. Let's just have a quick rough measurement. So we have from here to there, it's 18 pretty much, you know, every 3 meters. So you take those, okay, drag a copy, Y18 plus. There you go. They're pretty, you know, they fit pretty well, I would think. Let's do the thing again, the lot. So let's take the lot, and this time is 36. Okay, we got double. So Y36 plus How are we doing? Not quite there, but you know what? Let's do a couple more from there to there. Yeah, let's do this one. So you just select a couple roughly and drag a copy and just take the top to the top there, and it should just copy them up. Which was not correct. See, there you go. This one. And obviously I need the ones going higher up. That's why I have problems. So from here, that will, let's just take that one too. So if I get this to there, I have to go from there to there. Let's try this. So drag a copy, top of that one to top of that one. Yes, finally got it right. All right, so 3D. There we go. So we got all those nice slabs in there now, which looks great. Okay, I think that was my very special wave building tutorial. I hope you learned something, and again, as always, try to think out of the box when you do stuff, because if you look at the image before this one, you know, even I said, I'm not sure if I can do this, but then just think about the tools you have and then just go for it. Sometimes it also needs a bit of trial and error. Suddenly you get an idea. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you back next time. Bye for now.